It's very clear, especially after being cooped up inside during the weekend. Easy to make meals will get us through this winter, but easy doesn't mean flavorless. Nobody does flavor better than Chef Kenny Bowers, and he's here to show us what to do. Okay, because everybody loves you. I can't go in your restaurant.
You are a sweetheart.
No, I'm telling you, I love your restaurant. You know why I love it? It's not just the food. It's the laughter, it's the camaraderie with all the people that hang out there and love it so much. I love being there with you.
Thank you. And I have to tell you, I'm not just saying this, I know you don't believe me, but I was hoping it was going to be you that I was going to be doing this with this morning.
Well, and he's not paying me anything, it's the truth.
No, this is the honest to goodness truth.
I want you to tell me something, because people out there are sitting around, and I'll bet you that a third of that audience would love to become a chef. Chefs now are as popular as movie stars and rock stars. I want to know how you got in it.
I actually started off in the insurance business, believe it or not, when I was 20 years old, and I always loved food and cooking in restaurants, and I was actually inspired by my brother-in-law, Carlo DeMarco, who consequently, he has a restaurant up in Philadelphia. That's where they got all that snow. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
And he's been there for 15 years, he's had it, and actually this recipe that we're going to do today
is his recipe.
Is his recipe.
But he mentored you.
Yes, he did.
And was this because your wife said, I want you to get to know my brother-in-law?
No, well, this was my, my sister, who's married to him, wanted me to get to know him for, 4 days before they got married. So I spent 4 days with him and I just love
it. And see, this is such an inspiration to people who want to do things but don't think they can. So there's a success story. All right, what are we cooking today?
Okay, we are making actually DeMarco's pork tenderloin, named after my brother-in-law, and it's a pork tenderloin that's marinated in coffee. We also call it Java pork tenderloin.
Is that kind of Jamaican-like?
It's sort of Jamaican, crazy stuff, you know? So you're making me crazy.
So what did you marinate it in?
You're not laughing at my joke, but that's okay.
No, I am not.
Okay, so I've got this marinade. All right, now a couple little things. What you want to do, this has been marinated. You see this kind of this black kind of crust that's on here? Okay, so what we're going to do is we don't have a grill, so we're going to put this in a skillet.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little spray.
So you put oil on it?
Yes, I spray this a little bit.
Which will provide the crust?
Yes, it'll provide the crust and it'll keep it from sticking to the pan.
Okay.
Okay, I've got oil in the pan.
And so what was the marinade you did it in?
The marinade is the Java pork marinade, which is basically, it's got coffee and molasses, and I actually did that last night.
Okay.
To let that cook. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that cook in the pan, and we're going to brown it off.
All right.
Okay, and while that's happening, we're going to go ahead and make our mango salsa.
And listen to me, you're using bottled mangoes.
Well, I had a problem. I went to the grocery store, I went to the restaurants, and I couldn't get fresh mangoes.
Because they were sold out because of winter?
That's exactly right. I couldn't get fresh mangoes. I could not get, one of the ingredients is red bell peppers, pretty common. I couldn't get regular red bell peppers, so I got these little mini sweet
which are
peppers.
Sweet and wonderful.
But, you know, when you cut them up, they're not as pretty.
Yeah, pepper's a pepper.
So what we're going to do is, could you give me a hand?
Yes, what do you want me to do?
If you could just dump that right in that bowl.
I will. The mango, and this is a jarred mango. It's made by Del Monte, called Sunfresh Mango.
And it's sweet.
And you've got bottled lime juice.
Just if you put just a splash in there, just a tiny bit. Perfect.
All right.
And then another ingredient that, we use in there is honey.
How much?
Just like a good squirt. There you go.
Okay, is that enough?
Absolutely. Perfect.
Okay, because the marinade's sweet also.
Exactly, and that
then
lime
what?
give it. And then, okay, another ingredient I couldn't find was cilantro.
Okay.
But we're going to use parsley.
All right, which is fine.
All right. A little bit of jalapeno just to give it some heat, not too spicy.
All right.
All right. Some red and yellow bell peppers. And again, I couldn't get all red. This was all I could find.
But it's beautiful the way you've done it.
Thank you. And then a little bit of cumin.
Okay, like.
Perfect.
All right.
And a little bit of salt. Okay.
Okay, and you're using kosher?
Yep, absolutely.
Do this all up.
And you can see this. See how that starts to brown like that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so what happens is as it starts to brown, we're going to take this.
Okay.
All right. And we're going to
pour it back on the plate.
If you have a metal pan that's all metal, okay, you can actually put the whole thing right in the oven. If you don't, you can use a cookie sheet.
You want to put it over here? This is in our super Wolf wonderful range, and we're gonna cook more of this.
Isn't it amazing? I have one that's like ready to go.
I know,
you know, it's like that magic
Presto
oven.
changer.
Crazy stuff.
Oh boy, and so can you cut it up? Now listen, at what point is pork done? See, I'm seeing pink here,
Okay.
I'm old school.
Pink is good. Pink is your friend. Okay.
You don't get trichinosis?
No. Pink is not good. I like to cook pork to a nice medium where there's a little bit of juice left in it.
Because you don't want it dry.
And the beauty of this recipe, okay, not only is it healthy, okay, because there's not a lot of fat on pork tenderloin, the mango salsa is healthy, is you can serve it as an entree or you can serve it as an appetizer.
Which
For example,
is great.
you know,
I see that.
An entree or you can make sandwiches with it.
And so right now we're gonna make a commercial, but you can get this recipe by going to our website, thebroadcasttv.com, and click on recipes, because I'm going to eat this now. And when we come back, our friends from the Health Diagnostic Lab are here to talk diabetes, how you can protect yourself before you get diagnosed. So stick around and say thanks to my friend Kenny Ballard.
Oh, thank you.
Staying alive, staying alive.